What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's been a long weekend. Um, Finally it's Monday though, but it did feel like a long ass weekend in a way. But anyway, all right, let me get into this dumbass episode. Actually, it wasn't that dumb, but you'll understand when I get further into this video. You'll understand why I'm saying some things were dumb. Um, I gotta give it up to Ted Delgado. She can act her ass off. Seriously, the screaming, she could have toned it down a little bit, but she Puerto Rican or whatever, but that's how they do, some of them. But she was killing it though, the emotion. Like, she really brought the emotion. Like, when she saw the baby and she dropped down to her knees, I was like, that's some raw ass emotion. Like, that's why for years she's always been my favorite, because like she brings the emotion and she can bring the drama. I love that about her. She's a great actress. The baby, I'm gonna call him Little Butterball because that's exactly what the hell he looked like to me. He looked like a big butterball, but in a nice way. When he was like, when they were on the roof and Jason was holding the baby, and excuse me, Little Butterball Morgan, and he was, every time the baby looked at Sam, his smile got bigger, like literally bit wider every time he looked at Sam. I noticed that a little bit, like his smile got brighter every time he looked at Sam. I was like, that's good. Um, it's about time this storyline is dead. I'm like, I hate how they went about it though. I just felt like, why did they have to kill Taya baby too? Like, they could have kept that baby alive. There was no need to kill her kid. Like, that was just dumb, stupid writing. But they got an issue with dead babies. Like, I noticed that because they do like to kill kids on soaps. Like, but it depends on the writers. They're like RC and Frank. They love to kill kids. Like, I do not understand what their prejudice is towards kids. Like, they just love killing kids on the show, and they did it a lot on One Life to Live. Like, they killed a lot of kids on One Life to Live. Um, but I noticed that they do love teen pregnancy storylines too. So you better watch out, Molly, because they do love teen pregnancy storylines. I know they do. But anyway, Steve, I have really no sympathy for him whatsoever. The only sympathy I have for him is that fact that he grew up with Heather Weber as his mother. That's the only sympathy I have. Other than that, he's been pretty dumb and lame, and I don't like it. Um, if you notice these little things on the video, that's decoration. I'm trying to decorate the damn thing. Give it some more character. If you notice the icons on the video. Anyway, I just had to shout that out. Dr. Britt, she's a hack. She can go. Sabrina, she's alright, but I'm gonna get to her in a minute because she did something today that I didn't agree with and I didn't like. And then we had to look at Elizabeth. Okay, let me just say something about this trick. Number one, why was she holding Jason and Sam's son? For what? What is she holding their son for? Second, why was Jason and Sam even saying thank you to Elizabeth? What are y'all thanking her for? That just made me laugh. Like, I'm like, what did she do for them to thank? She didn't do anything. She wasn't a part of the rescue. Elizabeth was more a part of the problem than the solution. Just because she can't, I know what everybody's saying, at least she told Jason the truth. Yeah, right after he signed the divorce papers. Genius. She shouldn't have lied in the first place, and I would never like her. Two, like, seriously, why were they thanking her? And then she talking about, you're welcome. Welcome for what, bitch? You should be thanking Sam that she didn't bust your ass. That's what you should be thanking her for, dum dum. I'm like, what was they thanking her for? I will never understand that. Sam kind of got a little attitude with Taya though. In the beginning, I can understand, like, when she was telling Taya to stay away from the baby. I'm like, it's the way that she said it though. When she said stay away, I'm like, okay, Sam, calm down. I understand Sam could kick ass, but you don't know Taya. Okay, she got that Latina thing going on, so I would back the hell off if I was seeing a little bit. But okay, still my girl though. But both of them, I like both of them. But Todd, seriously, might as well just tell the truth. Like seriously, I'm glad that you need to go in detail about what's going on. I don't think Todd is gonna go into detail about the night that he delivered the baby, and the reason why is because he don't want to incriminate himself. That's why I think that's the big reason why he's not going to explain everything to Taya, because he don't want to incriminate himself. But I have news for everybody. They are going to arrest Todd for what went down, but guess what? You would never believe who his attorney is going to be. None other than Diane Miller. I just found that out actually a few days ago. Actually, yeah, I found that out Friday afternoon actually, that Taya Delgado is actually going to, I mean, not Taya, Diane is actually going to represent Todd. So at least he got a good attorney, and I think there's actually a lot that's going to happen. I don't want to give away the spoilers, but I just had to let that be known. And there is going to be a very unique way that Jason is going to find out about the baby being his. So he will find out, just to let y'all know. But the scene with Britt and Elizabeth sitting outside where Heather fell, I was just laughing at that scene because, okay, the two of these dumb whores are sitting there bonding. I'm like, one of them is a conniving witch. The other one is a manipulative, conniving whore. So pretty much there's no difference in neither one of them. They're both just two peas in one fucked up pod, pretty much. Two peas in one fucked up pod. That's all they are. I'm like, seriously, the two of these, who would ever think the two of these idiots sitting there bonding? Are you kidding me? And then Elizabeth was in the hospital getting an attitude with Anna Devane. I'm like, first of all, you have no room to talk. And then she talking about Heather Weber doesn't deserve forgiveness or whatever like that. I'm like, you're one to talk. Bitch, you don't deserve forgiveness either. She would never get my forgiveness, to be honest. She don't deserve forgiveness either. I'm like, because of your manipulations, your lying, you try to break up a family. That don't fly with me. So it just irritates me. Apparently, I guess Sam is not going to name the baby Jason Morgan Jr. after all. She's actually really going to go with the name Daniel. So that's cool. I'm still going to call him Butterball, but it is what it is. It was just a lot of craziness. Tomorrow's episode, I'm not really looking forward because now we get some boring people back. Tomorrow we get to see Carly and Johnny and Connie and Sonny and Trey and Christina. You know, the circus is coming back to town tomorrow. Yippee! It's actually been a fun past couple of days without some of them on the show, so I'm not really I haven't really missed some of them. So Sabrina, let me talk about her for a second. She had no right telling Patrick about Robin supposedly being alive. She had no right to do that. That was Anna's decision. And I think I agree with Anna. Anna shouldn't have told Patrick, not yet, because she had no proof that Robin was even alive. So she cannot tell Patrick something that may not be true. So that, she didn't want to get his hopes up or get Emma's hopes up, so I don't blame her for not saying anything. Sabrina, she had no right to tell Patrick about Robin. She had no right to do that, pretty much. She should have just minded her business, because now you're going to get him all upset and getting his hopes up over something that may not be true, even though we know it's true, but they don't know that. Why couldn't they just let Heather die on that operating table? Just let her die. Like, why did they resuscitate her? That was so dumb. Like, what the hell did they resuscitate her for? That was just stupid. Um, that was the dumbest thing that they could have did. I would have just let her die. But I agree with Anna though. I would put her in a facility where it's a shithole, pretty much. Because that's where she belongs. That's what deserves to happen. She don't need to go back to Ferncliff. And what is up with the security at that hospital? Like, anybody could just break in here, change results, do whatever they want. I'm like, get some better security. Like, yeah, I got the money to do it. Common sense. Um, oh, just to let y'all know, my poll questions will be in the description box. So definitely look in the description box for my poll questions. The poll questions will be in the description box after today, for today's video. Today's episode was good. I'm glad that the truth is out. I do feel bad for Taya, of course. This is some shit that could drive her over the edge. Like, seriously, because I could kind of see it in her face. Like, she's definitely going to want some revenge. I want to see what's going to happen when Blair come back and find out all of this. But anyway, everything, the poll questions, like I said, are in the description box. I'll see everybody tomorrow.